Q. Yeah. On Q.
Yes, sir.
All right,
All
sit
right.
down, sit down, sit your ass down. Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
for that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No Diddy.
For that ass, no Diddy, no baby oil, no
No baby
nothing.
oil. No.
Just us. It's just us. Today is September 27th, 2024. We thank you so much for listening to us. We're going to get right into it.
Get right into
Got
it
a
then.
couple of rest in pieces, RIPs. Actress Dame Maggie Smith, who many know from Downton Abbey and Harry Potter, she passed away at the
Oh,
age of
damn.
89. And then Joe Wolf, who played 11 years in the NBA as well as served as an assistant in the league, he passed away today at the age of 59, a few months shy of his 60th birthday.
Damn.
So rest in peace to those folks. We got birthdays for the 29th. NBA great and recent gold medalist Kevin Durant turns
Okay.
35. I would say 25.
Right.
35. Hall of Fame receiver Calvin Johnson will be 36. Super Bowl champion Ken Norton Jr., who won with
Ken
the
Norton
Niners
Jr.
and the Cowboys. He celebrates a birthday. LPGA golfer Kelly Robbins, former Cardinals pitcher Jake Westbrook, Chicago
Okay.
Bulls guard John Paxson, and
right.
former Seattle Sonics Supersonics guard Hersey
Supersonics.
Hawkins all celebrate birthdays. Happy birthday to those folks.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday. All right. And then we got a little history for September
Okay.
29th. In 1880, the first pro baseball game was played at the Polo Grounds in New York. So that's crazy.
Okay. 1880. Polo Ground.
1880.
18.
In
You remember the game in
2002,
1880?
on this day, September 29th, Seattle running back Sean Alexander sets the NFL record for most touchdowns in a half. He had 5
Man.
in the first half of a 48-23 win versus Minnesota Vikings at the Seahawks. He ran for 4, plus he had an 80-yard reception.
Damn. Yeah,
all
Sean
in the
Alexander
first,
was a
all
he
in
was
the
a bad
first
boy.
half.
Out of Alabama, played for Seahawks for a
Out
long
of
time.
Alabama.
Yeah, he was a underrated running back. You don't really, when people talk about running back greats, you don't really hear Sean Alexander, but you definitely got to throw him in the mix as far
He
as
didn't have that longevity. That's what hurt him. Injuries got him. That year, that MVP season that he had took a toll on his body. He just was never the same after that, but he put up some great numbers. In 2005, the Chicago White Sox clinched their first division title since 2000 and became just the 10th team in the history of baseball to be in first place on every day of the season. How ironic. They are poised to lose tonight, their 121st game of the season. They'll go down as the worst team in baseball history.
damn.
So juxtapose that. You did that in 2005, and in 2024,
In 2024,
you're about to be the worst team in the history of the game.
damn.
Like I said, they're about to lose their 121st ball game.
Yeah, they
Crazy.
They haven't had much success in a long time.
20 when they won that World Series in 2005.
I'm trying to think since
They've
then.
had some
have
decent
they really,
teams, but yeah,
right,
they haven't
nothing,
been. It's
I
been a
like
while.
their I don't like their swag. The White Sox, like the black and the Sox hat. That's like a nice little look as far as the hat goes. But
Yeah, that's one of those. It's popular in the hip hop community,
like it says culture
or
wise.
pop culture, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, more popular than the Cubs hat. If
Oh,
you had to compare
absolutely.
the two
If you
Chicago
had
teams,
you
Yeah.
see a lot more people in the Sox hat. I think I got a
Mhm.
Sox hat.
and you see a lot
Right.
of the Sox license plates,
Mm.
stuff like that. But yeah, you might want to take those hats and throw them in the trash. As this year, that's not a popular one to have on your head. For real, for real. All right, son. It's not a taco.
It's not a burrito.
It's not a pizza.
It's not a panini.
It's not a sandwich. I guess I should have started there, but it's all good. No, it was.
It's a
I
wrap.
started it.
Yeah, I mean, we
It's
got
all
all
the same thing.
Yeah, it's all the same, but
because it's a wrap.
it's just a wrap anyway.
So
It's
there, I
not
got
a
about
burger.
yeah.
It's not spaghetti.
It's not spam.
Right. It's not spamage.
But it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
We got about 3 things. So for the lower seeds that made it into the WNBA playoffs, it's a wrap. They all 3 got swept. The Atlanta Dream, the Indiana Fever, and the Seattle Storm all were swept in 2 games by their opponents. And as we move on to the next round of the playoffs, you got the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Connecticut Sun, and then the Las Vegas Aces will travel to New York to take on the Liberty. It's weird how they got it. They're overlapping the 2 East and West, the 2 conferences or divisions, and they're mixing it up. So that's going to be interesting. But Caitlin and her Fever, they put up a good fight in game 2.
They just don't have a lot of depth.
Not much at all.
Caitlin, and then was Aaliyah Boston hurt? She was playing, right?
She played well. Seemed like she might have got hurt towards the
because I thought
middle part of that game.
Yeah, I saw something. Maybe she got hurt or something. But yeah,
but she did play. I know she.
But outside of them 2, you don't have too much scoring. So
Connecticut, they've got a good team, and
they got a good squad.
Congratulations to Dejanay Carrington. She was the most improved player on the year, so that was nice to see. And I got some more WNBA towards the end of the show. And then it's also a wrap for former MVP Derrick Rose.
Man,
he has announced his retirement after 16 seasons.
Him his Roses.
Man, so it's a wrap for him.
It's a wrap for him.
The final wrap to the Oakland Athletics, who played their last game in the Oakland Coliseum on September 26th.
That's a classic team too, as well. Like the A's hat. That's a cool little scheme.
The gold and green. They're green and gold.
Green and gold.
Yeah, that was a nice look. I had that for a while. Played that T-shirts and hats and all that.
The A's gear is tough.
Thing that disappoints me about the whole thing is they couldn't reach an agreement with the owner between the city and him in terms of building a stadium. So he wanted to move the team to Las Vegas, which all signs point towards that. But as of right now, as we speak, there is not a deal in place as to where the stadium is going to be built and who's paying for it. So for the next 3 seasons, the A's will be playing in Sacramento in a minor league stadium.
Damn.
That's stupid, dude.
Damn.
I just don't even understand it. I don't know how the Players Association or the commissioner allowed this to happen. I would tell them, look, man, until and that's maybe where he could have stepped in, and the Players Association, until there's a ballpark built in another city for that team, you can't move. They can't. Why would you go from playing in a major league stadium, even though it was subpar? They said it's one of the worst stadiums.
It's definitely going to be even more subpar now.
Oh,
it was
my
already
goodness.
hard to get people in the stands. Now you're going to tell them, oh, yeah, we're going to be in the minor league.
You might get more people in the stands, I guess. That's about all they.
It's
by the numbers,
packed.
Right? It'll be packed, but for the players' safety, because they say that field is not that great, and so I guess the minor league team is going to have to be playing somewhere else. I don't know what's going to go on.
Local high school.
And then the high school team would be playing right around the corner from you.
They playing at the penitentiary, and then they move to sell people out. It's just a trickling effect here, man.
The penitentiary, they're playing in the parking lot. They're playing on concrete.
Now we all in trouble because they got loose.
But those are your raps for the week. Those are some raps for you.
Shout out to Derrick Rose, man.
He had a good career, D.
He had a good career. He goes in the. We got to do a who you got: Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, or D Rose.
Oh,
who had the greatest trajectory?
Grant was supposed to be the next Jordan. We've had many of those, but he was supposed to be Graham disappointed me from the simple fact he was just injured. He had those ankle injuries and other
He had weak
injuries
ankles.
huh?
Say he had weak ankles.
Yeah, he had something that he just couldn't stay on the court. Um, Penny played well for a while until Shaq left. When Shaq left him, then he was good, but he wasn't as great as he was. Um, Man, I thought he was going to be one of the all-time greats before it was
Right,
all
right.
said and done. He had that trajectory. He had it going. Rose, I thought he
Youngest MVP at 22. The way he was
kind of
poking
reminded
on
me of
people.
AI a little bit. He didn't
Yeah,
have as much dog in him.
a more explosive AI as far as just like I'm not even gonna say athleticism because AI was very athletic, but just explosion. Pause. Just dunking on people. The way he can get to the rim and his torque. The way he can just his little
That
fidgetness.
torque, yeah, that
Yeah.
torque.
But AI had a deeper bag. Pause. As far as like the things
Oh,
he
he
could do,
did. He did.
and yes,
The shots that
scoring
he could
ability.
make.
Yep.
D
Side.
Rose was more effective. I'd say from the free throw in, he was deadly.
Right.
AI, he could drop back and he could pop a shot on you too. Pause. Did you just pop a shot on me? But shout out, congratulations, D Rose. All right. The MLB wildcard race, thanks to Hurricane Helene, which is
Hurricane Helene.
battering the southeastern part of the country, the MLB wildcard race in the National League has not been settled. And in the weekend games between the Braves and the Mets have been pushed off until
Mm.
Monday, September 30th. I know they'll have a doubleheader on that day, which may or may not decide who gets it. Well, it's definitely going to have an impact on who gets in because they're both battling for that last spot along with
Mhm.
the Arizona Diamondbacks. So going into tonight's game, the 27th, this is what we know. The Yankees have clinched the AL East and they have a first round bye and home field advantage. The Dodgers clinched the NL West. They got a first round bye and home field advantage. The Guardians clinched the AL Central. They got a first round bye, home field advantage. And the Phillies clinched the NL East. They got a first round bye and home field advantage throughout. So the Brewers clinched and the Astros clinched. The Orioles have clinched a playoff spot, which means that's one of the wild cards. Padres have clinched a wild card spot. And then battling for those last spots, you got the Royals and Tigers. And then in the National League, you got the Diamondbacks, Mets, and Braves, as I said before, battling for a last spot. So gonna be interesting as to see who gets in.
Mhm.
It looks like Diamondbacks 3 back, Mets 4 back, Braves five back. So they've got I guess they got the hardest or the toughest uphill battle of the three teams. They're definitely gonna have to sweep the Mets.
How many backs?
They're 5 back of the wild card.
Oh, 5 back. They said Monique got a
Yeah,
big back.
Diamondbacks have the easiest road, but it's gonna be interesting to see who gets in. D.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be
Dang.
close, but MLB, this is where they messed up again. Rob Manfred, it's my second time talking about you. You knew this hurricane was coming. You should have moved these games to a neutral
And
site.
in
They've done it before.
anticipation,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
to
just
just already have it in motion.
yeah, have that in motion. They can play in St. Louis. Cardinals are on the road to close out the season.
That would be tight.
That would be nice. I probably would try to go to
Oh
that.
yeah, I try to make a game for
Yeah, I
sure.
try to make a game, but it'd be interesting to see. But yeah, it's coming down to the wire. Every game on Sunday starts at 2 o'clock. So that I like that. On the last day of the season, every game on that last Sunday starts at the same time.
Get it
So
early.
everybody's gonna be wrapping up about the same time, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll know how the playoff picture looks, except for in the National League. More MLB real quick. New York Yankees outfielder Juan Soto is
Juan
reportedly
Soto,
poised to become a $600 million man this offseason.
600 million.
And all he did was hit 41 home runs, driving 108 runs, and had an OPS of 990. He's only 25.
Damn,
So he's just getting ready to hit his prime.
you gotta get to that bag.
He's going to get to one of the biggest bags. Pause. of the off season. So I got my eyes on that one. I know you saw Jaden Daniels' performance.
Oh yeah. We was watching
Monday
that
night,
Monday night, man.
and
Pretty solid.
I think he might make me look right in terms of
Oh yeah.
being that rookie of the year.
Yeah, for sure. He's showing all the intangibles. As long as he can just, like we said, learn how to slide and protect himself, I think that's going to add to him. You still got a lot more football left, but
A
I mean, as
lot of
far as
football left.
the way he looks, the way he can move plays, the way he makes plays, and that was a big game on Monday night. Being a rookie going against Joe Burrow in the Bengals in Cincinnati, that's a tough game to win.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
they were
he
going
went
back
toe
and
to toe
forth,
with Joe.
toe to toe, and came out on top. They actually had that lead and was able to sustain it. Yeah, he's looking pretty. He's looking pretty smooth as far as number two. Looking at the past 2 years, the number two pick has been the better pick. C.J. Stroud last year over Bryce Young. This
Exactly.
year, Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams. Maybe I should hold out to that number two spot as far as prospect goes.
Well, I failed to write down the Cowboys score from last night.
Oh, it's 20-15.
Okay, there you go.
Cowboys.
That was a snoozer.
Oh yeah, I fell asleep on that one. I was tired anyway, so it was perfect for me. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna fall asleep on this Dak versus Daniel matchup. Didn't really care too much about it. Some good play, but those are two I could care less about as far as the Giants and the Cowboys go. The Giants are not good this year. They're not gonna do nothing this year, and the Cowboys,
I just wanted to see
they
if they
choke
could
every
go
year.
on the road and get that victory and see what Dak could do. He's like, yeah, we're slow. That was
Yeah, we're slow.
we're slow. Because
But
after the first half, that game pretty much was a wrap. It just was no excitement. I like
none.
Neighbors. Neighbors is a tough little.
Neighbors comes
He's
from
the
that
real deal.
LSU receiver tree of
Mm-hmm.
dog. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and neighbors, neighbors, and then Odell, old school Odell back in the day. But
Right.
yeah, they got a good as far as like receiving tree coming out of LSU. But he is the real deal. I think they just need to get some more weapons. But
Let
that's
your
what
weapon go to
you let you
Philadelphia.
go. You let your weapon go to your your rival.
Your rival.
I can't wait for that game. And I got Saquon Barkley on fantasy, so I'm waiting on that.
I guarantee you he's going to rush for at least 100+ yards.
Oh, easily.
But it
He's
was a
been eating.
2015 score. Dak threw for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. Danny Nichols
That's
threw
my
for
nickel.
281 yards. Singletary had a decent game.
Singletary's been eating.
He had 14 attempts, but he only had 24 yards.
Last game he had a pretty decent game,
Yep,
but
last
he just
game
can't stay
CeeDee Lamb, he
consistent.
almost got 100 yards. He had 7 receptions, 98 yards and a touchdown. And then Malik Neighbors, as we just spoke of, 12 receptions, 115 yards in receiving. So not bad. The NFL game of the week for week 4 for me is the Bills and the Ravens. That Sunday night game.
Ooh, that's a real good game.
That's a real good game.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Bills and Ravens. I think Ravens going to get them. I think I chose Ravens. I think the style of play, the two different matchups.
Oh, you chose the Ravens?
I chose the Ravens.
Okay. See, I chose the Bills.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of worries me is the Ravens defense. The Ravens defense is it's still good, but not
as good as last year.
Oh yeah, because their defensive coordinator, he's with Seattle now. Right. He was a real big reason why that defense was.
And they lost a few players too.
Yeah, they did too as well. But I think it's going to be a good game. My game of the week is going to be Atlanta versus Saints.
Right.
New Orleans versus Atlanta. I think the rivalry between them, as far as overall, we're like 55-55 as far as
it's that tight.
It's that tight, and whoever's at home usually we always split each year. So I'm hoping we can get this one. We looked real good. If we can go out play like how we did against Philly and Kansas City,
yeah.
Starting off, I think we have a great chance. But Saints are tough, man. The Saints are always.
You gotta win at home, though.
You gotta win at home because if you go back to their crib, they're gonna be going crazy.
Super amped up.
Yeah, that's the game of the week for me. But
no, that's a good one. That's two good teams. Like you said, somebody's got to take control of that NFC South.
Oh yeah,
you'd like for it to be your team. Like I said, that I got my eyes on the Bills and the Ravens. Of course, I'm looking at my Niners. They're hosting New England. If they don't win that game, I think I might have to stop watching them. I'll watch somebody else.
That's
But
tough.
yeah, that we'll
That's
see.
tough.
Is this a thing?
Is this a thing?
And I use your two teams or the two teams you just spoke of, Falcons and Saints, as an example. Is your hate for one of the rivals that strong? So, for instance, like you and Corey, you all are boys. Would you turn your back on him because of the rivalry? Because some people take it to the extreme.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of extremists out there.
But it's just a game at the end of the day to me.
To me, it's just a game. Honestly, like that don't put no money in my pocket.
Right.
That's where I'm at now in life.
You don't play for the team.
Exactly. Now, unless maybe if I had to put some money on it, then I'll probably look at them a little differently. We had some bread on it, but that's the reason why I don't do that. Because I don't want that to
keep
be
the friendship
rift.
intact.
Right. I don't want no rift between somebody. I owe them 1,000 or they owe me 1,000.
That's even worse when they owe you.
That's even worse. Yeah, when they owe me and I'm gonna need that on time. Right. I'm gonna pay you back in payments. Huh?
Nah, bro.
I need that in full, paid in full. But no, to me, it's just a game. I can only, it's all, I'm a good sportsman, sportsmanship. Hey, if they got us, they got us. We didn't deserve to win. I can't hate on them. If we come ready to play, we should win. But nah, I ain't in no friendship over the rivalry. But trust me, he's the enemy this week. The Saints are the enemy this week. But actually,
if you went to a game in New Orleans, would you, anything in the game would make you fight a fan?
Ah, dang. Unless it's
like over the tops ish.
Let's say like over the top. Some Saints fan says the N word. No, then I gotta be.
Oh no, they're not gonna do that.
Now that
I wouldn't expect that one. That activate my hate anywhere. It don't have to be.
Ain't no dirty bird. Yeah, dirty.
What? Who?
I'm about to kick his ass.
I hope you didn't say that.
I know you didn't say that.
You shouldn't have said that.
But no, I don't think there'll be nothing they can really, unless they're being disrespectful, throw a drink on you, something like that, to where it's like blatant disrespect. Like, but nah, they can't.
Normally it's in good fun and like bragging rights and talk, just having fun with somebody else. And
there are some crazy ass fans who are willing to go to blows for the team. Hey, good for you, but it ain't that serious to me.
It's not that serious, bro. You're not getting a piece of the check.
None of it.
And unless you got some serious ducks on FanDuel, DraftKings, all of the above, it's no reason to be fighting.
I ain't impressed about it.
No. Only thing it does for me, and it leads right into this next segment, emotions make you cry sometime. H-time. How your favorite team can affect your whole attitude. Remember we were talking about this the other day, how it can just mess your whole night up.
Mess your Monday up. You go into Monday, just feeling.
Hey, but when it's that early Sunday game and you lose, the rest of the day and Monday's messed up.
And it was like, I shouldn't be feeling this type of way, sad and depressed because my team lost. But it's like that though. I don't know why. It's like, damn, man.
D, I was so hurt about the Super Bowl. I didn't put any 49ers stuff on until like week 2 of this season. You see, I got it back out now.
I had to bring it back out.
I wore some the other day, but I'm like, man, I don't even want to hear about it. Because that Super Bowl Sunday, I went to Schnucks and Chiefs fans were, first thing like, man, that man got on the 49ers gear. And I heard somebody, I was like, yeah, I do. And then we just started talking back. If it was good, friendly banter, but man, I couldn't wear that. Not they got beat.
Right. I can't.
I'm not doing it.
Nah.
You all made us look bad.
Yeah. And all these pop-up Kansas City fans.
Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on that. Please don't get me started on that.
Like I said, if you was rocking with the team from the get-go, even with Trick Green, like Tony Gonzalez back in the day, you got to be an OG, either be from Kansas City or you had ties with them way back. You got to
be back with Joe Montana when he got traded from the 49ers to the Chiefs with me.
I'm telling you, you got to be a fan now that you popping up because they winning. Oh, now I see y'all.
Now some people tell me we lost the Rams, so they're the in-state team. Yeah, you still should be rooting for the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If that was your team, you still should be riding with the Rams. You still have Rams gear in your basement, in your closet. You still should be.
Because it's not like you was rooting for the Rams and KC because both Missouri teams. So
Right,
you really
right.
rooting for them? Come
No,
on, get
I'm
out of
with
here.
you on that. I'm
I
with
can't
you on
stand
that,
it.
D.
But yeah,
Now,
it messed
I
up
guess
your
I've
whole
always
day.
had like a secondary team, but not really. I just the other teams I used to like the Raiders back in the 70s and 80s,
Mm-hmm.
but not to the point where I
I
like
was
them over
rooting.
my
Right, my actual
49ers. It was never like that. It was even hard for me when we were in Atlanta to root for the Falcons just because they were NFC West rivals. It gave me even more reason not to like the Falcons at that particular time because you're playing against my team. But
right.
yeah, it's just something about how that Sunday loss. Oh man, don't be the Monday night game.
Ooh.
You
Oh,
waited because you had to wait through the whole week of football to get to your night, your standalone game.
went to bed
Just mad.
just
I don't know
mad.
if I'm mad. Just hurt.
Yeah, it's just like, dang.
Like I had all this anticipation.
No,
Go ahead, D.
you have your mind set on something and you like, oh man, it's gonna be good. I can't wait till I get it. And then you finally get it, and it's just, man, this ain't really hitting. And then you
No,
spent your money on it, and then you're just like, damn, I feel like not only did I waste my money, then I just wasted I
your
was just let,
time, especially
I
if
was
you
just,
watch the game.
I was just let down. I was just let down. I
I
had
could have
high
just went to
expectations.
bed. I could have
Yeah,
done anything.
I had high expectations, and they were not.
It's just crazy how sports it definitely brings people together for
Mm-hmm.
real. But man, you can be so let down and so hurt sometimes.
Willing to argue with somebody.
They did try to fake field goal and it didn't go through. Virginia Tech, they're still
Oh
up
yeah, I'm watching the game.
27-17.
Yep, they got a nice little lead, but see if Miami can come back.
Yes, sir. All right, son. Moving on to you got my attention, and
Got
this
my
is a
attention.
big deal that I think not enough people are talking about. I don't know if you saw this, where Matthew Sluka, Sluka, former quarterback for UNLV,
Oh yep, he's sitting his
he
ass down.
he sat down. Right, he did. He's like, you know what? Certain things were promised to me in an NIL deal, and I didn't get it. Now I fought him and his attorney. Was it in writing?
You
Did you
gotta.
have a contract?
Is
Did
there
you have a deal in place?
documentation?
Or was this what they told you
Or just conversation? Because you really can't do nothing if it was not documentation. And
at
if it's
all?
just because they just gonna say it's speculation.
Which caused his frustration
Frustration.
and consternation.
Consternation. Now he's eating
And
too
then he
much. Now
handed
he
in
has
his resignation.
right. His stomach hurt and he has constipation.
And he'll be taking his services across the nation. Now, where he goes, and let me give for our people who don't know what we're talking about. Matthew Sluka transferred from Holy Cross to UNLV in the offseason, and he said that he was made certain promises that weren't upheld. And if he didn't redshirt this week, then he would have to sit out a year. So by him stepping out and declaring redshirt, then he can go to another team and seek the NIL deal that he wants. But man, how would you feel if you were another school? Those like, damn, we better make sure we have everything in place because this dude's gonna play us. Because they're 3-0. UNLV is 3-0. They're off to the best start that they've had in years.
He was playing well.
He
I
was
watched
playing
one of the
very
game.
well.
I think, dang, I forgot what game it was. It was them versus. Dang, I forgot what game it was not too long ago. But he was actually balling, and they were going to be still undefeated. But I don't know. That's quite if you were promised something, especially to be there. Now, if you didn't do your due diligence to get it in writing, but you need to sit your ass down, and you're gonna have to just tough it out and take that L. But if you're certain, if you were
At least he caught it in time.
right, if you were owed, millions of dollars here, I don't know what the amount was, but if you owe some M's and you're not even getting that, and you're still struggling,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not sure if it was that much.
But
I just know that Derek Stevens, who's the CEO of Circa Sports, the sports gambling site, and they got a hotel out there in Vegas, he ponied up $100,000 to try to keep Sluka there. But by the time he did it, Slook had already given his intent to redshirt, and then UNLV said that he was no longer part of the program. So it was a little bit too late, but I think I applaud him for trying to save the situation, help UNLV, because like I said, my notes say this is their first 3-0 start to the season in 40 years.
Dang.
So they were getting ready to possibly do something nice. And now it's all derailed. I don't know who the backup is. Hadn't heard that yet. But think about if you're the coach. I'd be like, hold up, man. Who engineered this deal and who sabotaged it? But the NIL collective for UNLV said there never was a deal in place. They never intended to pay him any more than what he already got. So feel sorry for them. But my question goes back to, do you think this will cause collegiate players to form a union? Because I think without some kind of representation, without some kind of governing body over NIL, this can get crazy. Yeah,
and it can get messy too.
It can get real messy because you could have teams or school. I keep saying teams, but you could have schools at any time renege on a deal.
Yeah. It would
renege. NEG.
Renege. Yeah.
Renege on the deal.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like you say, it can get messy.
It can get too messy, especially with that money people promise. They should have just done what Utah did and just got them a car, just a brand new car.
Man, that still was one of the best deals. Everybody on the team.
Transportation? You just gotta. I'll take that. That's a nice truck right there.
And once you leave the school, you got a vehicle.
Got it.
I'm set up.
I'm set. But yeah, they're gonna have to figure that out. Someone's gonna have to govern
that. Are they still doing that? We need to look into that. Like is that part of?
They're still their NIL promise for people, incoming people.
Because if I lived in Utah, I think I would definitely want to go ahead and go there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm leaving another state to go to Utah of all places.
When they promising cars, trucks at that, nice trucks.
Nice trucks.
Them Dodge.
Man, you're in Utah, man. That's a dry everything. There's not much fun that happens in Utah.
Can't even drink no water. Can't have mouthwash. No, that's 2% alcohol. Yeah, nothing. But I guess maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's what you need as a student.
That's true.
Football player, no distractions,
less temptation,
and
just go to school in Utah and just hang out in Arizona and everything.
Yeah. But I party at UNLV. Yeah, they reneging on scholarships. NIL money over there.
They got money. All right, so staying with the college theme, our top 25 this week. Number 1, they take a Mississippi State on Saturday after they stomped University of Louisiana Monroe 51-3.
Andre Monroe.
Number 2, Georgia 3-0 takes on number 4. Alabama.
What a game.
Teams have had the week off. That's the marquee game.
That's the game
of Saturday, September 28th. We'll see how that all pans out. In my mind, D, I had a score of, I say like 31-28. It's
going to be like that type of game.
It'd be like a field goal game. Yeah. Number 3, Ohio State. They'll take on Big Ten opponent Michigan State. After they beat Marshall 49-14. And then, as we know, number 4, Alabama, they had the week off. They'll take on Georgia. Tennessee's 5 this week. They defeated Oklahoma, and they'll have the week off. Ole Miss 3-0. They'll take on Kentucky. They defeated Georgia Southern 52-13. No game there. We know what Miami's doing. They're playing
Virginia
right
now.
Tech as we speak. They beat South Florida 50-15 last week. Running back starting to do a little something for Miami.
They got to get some cooking.
Oregon is 8th. They'll take on UCLA. Penn State, they take on Illinois after they defeated Kent State 56-0. They're 9th in the country. Speaking of Utah, they moved up to number 10. They take on Arizona after they beat Oklahoma State 22-19. Missouri dropped 4 after they had an overtime win over Vanderbilt. They gave them all they could handle. Missouri has a bye. They'll take on Texas A&M on the 5th of October. And rounding out the top 12, because we just look at the teams that would make the playoffs, Michigan had a big win over USC.
They did.
And they moved up to number 12, and they knocked the Trojans out of the top 12 spot.
Wow.
So, yeah. So that wraps up your
Okay.
top 12 in the top 25. Little something on the side.
Little something on the
Little
side.
something on the
Miami
side to
just scored.
compliment your meal. Las Vegas Raiders All-Pro defensive end Max Crosby has signed a new marketing deal that includes some unique NIL elements for this year's college football pass rushers. The NFL's leader a season ago in tackles for loss announced a partnership with premium men's underwear brand Saks. So Max, M-A-X-X,
Max
has a deal with Saks, S-A-X-X, that is expanding their NIL presence. So that's pretty cool that he's going to use some of his endorsement money to pay out to college players. Man, it's just so many ways for NIL to reach these players. It's funny how you go back to Matthew Sluka, how it all fell apart. Because, like I say, he left his school to go to UNLV, and something went south. I don't know how it happened, but again, there's gonna have to be some kind of governing body to, one, not only protect the players but also protect these schools from themselves too. So, because you could get sued at any time. And then the last thing I got in a little something on the side. Hennessy, the world's leading cognac, and basketball legend LeBron James are proud to unveil the Hennessy limited edition by LeBron James, but it's a VS bottle collaboration available globally starting on the 30th.
That thing gonna sell out.
But it's a VS, not VSOP.
Oh.
The VSOP will be sold only abroad, but the VS edition, and we got to figure out what that is. That very special?
I think it's very special, right? Very special.
And then what's the VSOP though?
Very special and personal.
VSOP meaning is an abbreviation for very superior old pale, and is a classification for cognac that's aged in oak barrels for at least 4 years. So I guess by it just coming out, you wouldn't have a VSOP because
it ain't aged.
It hadn't aged at all. So this gonna be like right out the.
I mean, we put it
right
in
out the bottle.
We put it in there, but we couldn't leave it in there long.
Brown, he said, "No, I want this immediately."
It's just gonna be VS. It ain't gonna be VSOP.
It's still gonna be good. If it's Hennessy and it's good cognac,
he
smooth.
Just done a regular Hennessy and put his face on it. People buying that.
They're gonna buy it. I was thinking about getting it just to have as a memento.
Hennessy, my little drink. That's my go-to.
Your go-to?
Lemonade. Yeah, that little lemonade, and then you can put a little pineapple in there, make a little island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my little go-to. But mainly, I could just do Henny lemonade. It's my joint.
And depending on it, I could just pour it and let it sit over.
Tell you the truth,
just smooth it.
You could just It's an acquired taste. When I first tried it was trash. You more drink it, then I was like, okay.
He said his special drink, I think it was a lime juice with some orange juice and an orange liqueur.
Okay.
He's got some kind of little margarita that is his go-to drink.
Okay,
so if you mix it, you can do anything.
You can do a little strawberry lemonade with it, with the Henny, and then you can put like a little strawberry puree in there.
There you go.
There's multiple ways you can with the hen dog.
The hen dog. But congratulations to Max Crosby and to LeBron James. They're just building on their bags, and especially him. He's just figuring out more and more ways to diversify himself.
Your bread, especially once you start getting that little alcohol money. You see all the top celebrities. We was talking about Beyonce not too long ago with her
whiskey
Sir
that honors
Davis.
her grandfather. The Sir Davis.
Sir Davis whiskey.
Mm-hmm. But I thought LeBron already had something. I thought he had a wine or a tequila already.
You would almost think he would have like a wine,
because he drinks a lot of wine.
Like a wine and cognac or something.
A wonyak.
A wonyak.
All right, so let me get our juice out.
Get the juice.
There you got something to pour for
A
that
little pour.
juicy news. There we go. Ooh, that's some of that VSOP
Oh, that's it.
PPP.
But it's just that VS. It's a
It's time for that juicy news. Cause if you don't know, now you
you
know.
know.
Young
Brother,
brother, young
sister,
sister, young
player,
player, Dwight
Howard,
Howard, P.
D. Man,
Did a
Diddy,
Porter
Porter, family,
family,
cheetah.
Cheetah, DeMarco
Oh, DeMarco Murray. Yeah,
Murray.
DeMarco Murray on there.
Yeah, we had him a few weeks. We
Yeah,
would probably drop him, but we
you could
got to
probably
come
drop
back to
him, but
Cheetah
yeah,
though.
yeah, Cheetah is definitely on
Cheetah's
there.
got to stay.
Oh, he has to. For the juicy news, because if you don't know, now you know. So the first verdict for the Young Dolph case,
Mm-hmm.
sentencing has been released. Justin Johnson, one of the accused victims, is sentenced to life for the killing of Adolph, Young Dolph, rapper out of Memphis, for the assault, homicide of the shooting outside of the cookie store in Memphis. Um, Very sad. So apparently, the story goes, um, a member of SMG, which is Yo Gotti's crew, apparently it was Yo Gotti's brother who put the hit, $100,000 hit, out on the rapper, and then Justin Johnson, who actually knew Young Dolph and was an acquaintance at one point, then started working with some of the CMG members. Actually, did the hit, got the drop that he was going to be at the cookie location at the time and place. Pulled up and just sprayed the whole place of the car and everything. And that's where the last moments of Young Dolph life was at. But he got sentenced. Justin Johnson got sentenced to life in prison. And apparently, he didn't even get all of the hit money. As far as the hit was $100,000, but apparently he didn't get the full amount. Let's just
Right.
say
I
that.
think I remember hearing that.
Yeah, he didn't get the full amount on there. So when
Cash
so
money.
yeah, so he actually had a little bit more willingness to take the sentence and lay out the land of the what actually happened and who the reason behind of the shooting. But it's just it's just sad, and like we said, we keep saying we gotta go after midnight, but it's sad. You don't have to worry about country music stars or rock stars in their own community shooting them up for clout or some type of hit or money. Seen it in the hip hop community, rap community. It's just very prevalent. Rob this, hit a lick, I walked them down. All this violence that they're just putting into our ears, and subconsciously, people are trying to live up to just this certain persona, like it's cool, which is not. It's senseless violence that's just prevalent in our community, and man, it needs to stop because like I don't know what it is about. You don't have to worry about it in like the rock community, country music community, pop community, about artists getting a hit.
My old things we can all eat.
Why can't this? We're beefing over streets that we don't even own. You from that street, you from that street. You don't even own the street. So what you
But a lot of times the streets have slave names, slave
Yep.
owner names that you don't even know
That you
about.
didn't
You
even know
you didn't
why it's
know that.
stolen.
Yeah, you don't know the origin of
The
what
street
happened.
that you repping so hard for. Man,
Like
it's
you
just
said, that you don't even own. The
yeah, and
city
then
owns that street. The state owns
exactly
that street. You just have a little piece of property on that
right
street.
on that street.
And if you don't pay those taxes, what's going to happen? You
You
will
gonna
no longer be on that
you
street.
gonna be you gonna literally be on the street. And you look at the shooters who did it. Now you didn't effed your life up for what?
And you didn't get all your
And you
cheese.
didn't get up a cheese. Should have been honestly should have been the jackass. He is a jackass.
No,
Uh,
he is. I'm at the plate.
yeah, yeah.
Come on out, Jenkins. I know it's raining
Jink,
out.
jink, jink, jink. I know this is just the news, but you're a jackass because
You're
you
a
think
jackass.
you got life sentencing for what? But that's just the juicy news because that case is finally coming down to the close, and it's just sad. We don't get to hear Dolph's music anymore, and then the people who are involved, you just ruined your life. So it's just crazy. But yeah, that's your juicy news.
All right, that's good. All right, son. Moving to our pops, flops, and
Props
props.
for some props.
Who you popping tonight?
I was going to go to the WNBA playoffs, the first round winners. Actually, was very interesting. I'm glad that the steam is picking up for, and the WNBA playoffs are getting highlighted finally like they should. So some good playoffs. So that's my pops.
I wish the first round was best of 5 and the
Yeah,
second round
they
best
go
of
by
7.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah, let's see some more games. Let's see these girls play.
they sent them home quick.
They send them home real quickly. My pops is congrats to Aja Wilson for winning her third MVP,
3 of them.
second unanimously. So
She's cold.
she's cold.
Cold.
Cold. Who you flopping? Who you flopping?
Flops is gonna go to Diddy. More in that case, he was gonna be my juicy news too. But apparently, they said that 1,000 bottles of the liquid substance is actually liquid ecstasy. So if
Really?
if the lab tests that correctly, yeah, because that goes into a whole nother territory of how do you have access to so much drugs and that amount of substance, controlled substance, and that amount and that volume
In your house.
Where are you getting that from? You got a pallet of it. That's a flop. It's
My flop D's could go to Anthony Joshua, who got knocked out again in the 5th round against Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois.
But I don't know if you saw one of there's a still picture of one of the punches that Dubois hit him with, where his face is like almost like you can see the reverberation.
Yeah.
It's like you got knocked the F out.
Senseless. That's like a little Mack truck hitting straight up your jaw.
Man. Who you propping? Who you propping, son?
Props that's gonna go to Jaden Daniels. We talked about him. I like his game. I like the way he's been poised, and you can see some of the attributes of just I don't know, just the Heisman, him being the Heisman, him being he was in college for a good amount of time, and he was actually mature in college. So you're seeing that maturity into his game, and it transcended to the pro style. So props is actually going to go to Jaden Daniels, man. I like the game, and he's looking like a good rookie of the year candidate.
All right. my prop is going to go to the Charleston Blue Jays 1979 basketball team, recently being inducted into the Missouri State Hall of Fame.
That's what's up.
That's a big deal.
We got ties in Charleston, Missouri.
Props to them. We got plenty of family members there.
Family. Shout out.
Your mom is from there. So
yep.
Shout out to the Charleston Blue Jays 1979 basketball team. All right. It's that time of the night, time of the podcast where we tell someone to sit
your
ass
down.
Man, sit your ass down. Please. And thank you. Who you telling, son?
I'll sit your ass down is going to go to Justin Johnson.
You don't have a choice.
Down in a cold jail cell, man. For real. You effed your life up. And then, shoot, you're going to have a long time to think about all the decisions you made, especially being a young brother. You're just going to spend the rest of your life just in jail. So sit your ass down, man.
And put a hit out on yourself for not getting all your money.
You should have made they paid you first before you risked your life, because they're not in jail. The people who put the hit out are not in jail,
and they probably have plausible deniability.
It's their word versus yours.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't even know who this is.
Did I pay you? Obviously, I didn't pay you all of it.
What was the transaction? There's no transaction.
What money?
What money?
The feds is looking. What money? Yeah, Justin Johnson.
Yeah, sit your ass down, man.
I hate he has that last name, but damn.
Right.
All right, so mine is going to go to former USC running back Reggie Bush.
Oh, damn. What Reggie did?
He filed a suit against USC, the Pac-12 Conference, and the NCAA seeking compensation for misappropriation of his name, image, and likeness for monetary gain by all three listed defendants. Now, Reggie, and if you all been following, he was stripped of his Heisman trophy because he got money. He got a house for his parents. He got a car. That's why you lost your Heisman. They recently gave it back to you. Everything was reinstated. Everything was all above board. So why are you going after more money that you said you really didn't get in the first place? It's like it's like you're contradicting yourself.
He really is.
Did you get something and you wanted some more? You didn't get enough of it, or did you not get it? I'm confused, Reggie. Sit your ass down.
Telling on himself now.
Be happy that everything, and he did sue them to get them to. I guess they settled and gave him everything back. But man, move on with your life, man. You got enough money. He said, "I'm a double down."
Y'all owe me more money.
You owe me more money. One house, one car. Now I need two houses. Come on, Reggie.
I should have had more money.
I should have had more money. I didn't get enough NIL, and he's really fighting that. But come on, man, sit your ass down. You got your life back. You got your name back. You got your trophy back. Just be happy. Until then, sit your ass down. All right, son, man.
All right.
A lot of good content.
Man, real good content.
A lot of good content. We thank you for listening to us, and you can also catch us on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
Podcast comes out on Sundays, videos released on Tuesdays. And don't forget our spinoff show, the Me and D Monday Night NFL Wrap-Up Show,
sir.
Also on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, get your merch from the MGD Apparel site.
Yes.
See some of the things that we produce. Get those orders to us. Our latest project that we completed for one of our supporters at Peachy and Beachy _STL.
And Beachy.
It turned out great. Check out her site if you're in need of a quick spray tan. For me, I just go outside for a couple hours.
Me personally, I just take the man above for the melanin he gave me.
But for those of you who need that little glisten and that glow.
But actually, it's not only spray tan. She does even toner. So people who are heavy melanated can still get that nice gloss glow. See, it's for all people of all colors because we're going to get this glow together.
Damn. Couldn't have said it better myself. And you're welcome, Peachy and Beachy.
Yes. You're welcome.
For that plug right there. But she deserves it.
Yeah.
We thank you for listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No diddy.
No diddy. No baby or no ecstasy.
No baby or ecstasy.
D, tell them, man, tell them.
But until next time.
What?
I'ma holla.